We have a special guest tonight. Mayor Marty Walsh joins us in studio. Thanks for being here, Mayor.
It's great to be here.
Always good to see you.
Yeah, I love the format.
You like the new format, the three anchors?
Yeah.
Looks good.
I like Lisa. I don't know what you do.
I don't blame you at all. Let's jump right in. Last week we saw 3 fatal shootings in 6 days in Boston. 2 of those killed were teenagers. What is being done to stem the violence?
Yeah, we haven't seen that in a while. We're still one less homicide from this time last year, but we're out there working on it. It doesn't appear that any of them are connected, so we want to obviously check that first. And then the real main thing is, after a shooting happens, is how do you get trauma teams out there, and how do you try and get the friends and family of the people that were involved, so that there's not a revenge type of shooting, and that's what we have to do here.
Let me ask you, is it time to think about the admissions and the qualifications for Boston's exam schools so that the attendance in those schools better reflects the makeup of the city with respect to diversity?
Well, what we're doing right now is we have an RFP out in the street for a new test. We're going to be putting a new test, and equity is at the heart of that test, using the Massachusetts standards as far as curriculum is at the heart of that test. We also, this year, expanded the taking of that test in the schools kids are in, rather than having to go to another school. It's on that day in the school that they go to every day. And 3 years ago, we doubled the number of exam prep classes that we had, and we've done that. So we've seen some gains there. I don't have the exact numbers here. We've seen some gains, but a lot of people have different opinions of what to do at Latin School, John D. O'Brien, Latin Academy,
right.
and Latin Academy. They're great schools in the system. I mean, they're really good schools in the system, and I don't think by lowering the quality of to get in the schools the way how you do it, I think it's about how do we make sure our kids are learning up to be able to get into the school and take the test.
Mayor, there's a case in Boston that we're not hearing a lot about. It's been almost 2 weeks since there was this shooting outside of Brigham Women's Hospital, outside of the emergency room. A valet worker got shot. There was a police-involved shooting after a chase. An individual was killed by police. There seems to be a lot of confusion about whether or not the person was killed actually had a weapon, who actually shot the valet. Do you have any insight as to what's going on in that case? Because it seems like there's very little information coming out.
Well, we have 2 jurisdictions there. This happened in 2 jurisdictions as far as the District Attorney's offices, in Rachel Rawlings' office, and then also in Michael Morrissey's office. They're finalizing their investigation. We can't, on any type of incident shooting, the Boston Police Department can't get information out ahead of the District Attorney. So we're waiting for the District Attorney to wrap up the report. I know it's going to be soon, probably this week,
okay.
Where they'll have the information out with what happened there, and it's a very complicated case because there was a lot of moving pieces. You had an altercation at the hospital.
Yeah. You
had a situation in the street. You had a car chase into Brookline, and you had a person being shot in Brookline. So there's a lot there.
You have any concerns in that case?
I wouldn't say concerns. I think it was a very bad situation. We had a situation where somebody appeared with a gun, and everything. You had security guards involved. You had police involved. You had a lot involved. You had a lot of video. One of this was also unpacking what happened out there, because there was a lot of video. There was video taken by people on the street with
and
cameras,
surveillance video.
And surveillance video. So,
Were the officers wearing body cameras in this case?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here. I know that you're not endorsing anyone in the presidential race right now, which is probably a bit like walking on a tightrope.
It is.
So 2-part question. 1, are you concerned at all about a brokered convention? And if Bernie Sanders is the nominee, are you confident that the Democrats will come together around him?
The first part of that question, we changed the rules, and having a brokered convention doesn't help us. I don't think. I think it should
hurts the party.
It hurts the party. Second thing is the process is I think if you're a true Democrat, and Bernie Sanders is the nominee, I know that
and he's not a true Democrat. Right?
In my opinion, he's not. He's a Democrat running now. He ran as a Democrat for president. He became an independent for 3.5 years. Now he's a Democrat. But that's the choice you have, and I think that's the choice people have to make. Is it Bernie Sanders or Donald Trump? And I look at the damage that Trump has done to the country. Here and also abroad, it hurts us. So we'll see what happens.
Mayor, there are so many good things happening in Boston. If you could do this and change one thing about Boston, that easily, what would it be?
Sign Tom Brady.
Really?
I was going to ask you if you think he's coming back.
We need him back. I mean, you know, seriously. No, there's a couple of things I'm sure. But we need Tom Brady back. Like, come on, Tom. Tom, if you're watching this, come back. Sign with the Patriots.
So what if you could snap twice? First thing's Tom Brady.
Okay,
and
we
then the
got
second
Tom.
thing.
Education. There's
Yeah.
no question about it. I mean, we're about to have a report from DESE, which is the State Department. They did an assessment of our schools. It happens in every district every 3 years. It's 10 in ours. And the report's not going to be a pretty report.
Really?
It's going to show a lot of work that still has to be done. And I think that the strongest way to battle income inequality, the strongest way to battle poverty, the strongest way to battle families that don't have ability to buy their own home or move forward is education. And I think by having that opportunity for young people to have the education, that's what I would do.
Mayor Walsh.
Great to have
Like
you
it.
in.